Kevin Samuels is quickly becoming one of the most influential voices in Black relationships. His critics say that he's peddling division and really promoting Eurocentric beauty standards. But here's what Kevin has to say.
And this is what I need you to understand. I judge women based upon women of the past. I get a lot of heat for how I judge Black women. I'm judging you against Pam Grier, Diahann Carroll, Eartha Kitt, classic Black beauties. I'm not judging you against European standards of beauty or whatever.
Check this out. Eurocentric beauty standards really come down to a few features. According to the definition, we're talking about things like this: being thin and tall, having long hair, light or tan skin, large eyes, a small nose, and high cheekbones. So then it's a simple test. Let's put the three women that Kevin mentioned to the test and determine whether or not these women are merely symbols of the Eurocentric beauty standard. Let's go. This is Pam Grier, otherwise known as Foxy Brown. Pam Grier was the 1970s Black diva. She was beauty impersonal. But Pam Grier herself admits to being multiracial: African American, Hispanic, Filipino, even Native American. Her features are pretty Eurocentric. She's tall, thin, usually wears long hair. Pam Grier also has beautiful large eyes. She has a small nose and high cheekbones. Pretty Eurocentric. Next on Kevin's list is Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt was a trailblazer for Black women, and she also was a trailblazer during the Civil Rights Movement. But Eartha Kitt was also half white. Her mother, a Black woman born on a plantation, is alleged to have been raped by the plantation owner's white son. Eartha Kitt wasn't tall. Typically, she wore her hair short and she had a flat nose. But being half white, Eartha Kitt was light-skinned. She also had large, beautiful eyes and, of course, high cheekbones. Next, there's Diahann Carroll. Diahann Carroll was another beautiful Black woman who also led the way as a trailblazer for Black women in film. Here's Diahann Carroll before she blew up, when she was a rising star. Notice her rounded face, her round and flat nose, and her brown skin. But here's Diahann Carroll as a bigger star, and there are a few things that are hard to miss. As you can see, her nose is smaller, her cheekbones are higher, her eyes are bigger, and her skin is lighter. In fact, in this image of Diahann Carroll, you can hardly tell that her skin is any darker than her white co-star.
And this is what I need you to understand. I judge women based upon women of the past.
The truth is, the Black women of yesterday that Kevin measures against modern Black women today, well, they actually do, for the most part, except for a few features in Eartha Kitt, they do encompass the Eurocentric beauty standard. As Kevin Samuels often says, the facts don't lie, and accountability is like kryptonite. But just because Kevin Samuels doesn't want to be accountable for holding Black women to a Eurocentric beauty standard, that doesn't mean that he's wrong about everything. Kevin loves to point out that African American women are too overweight. Well, look, put the stuff about Kevin aside. The fact is, 4 out of 5 of our African American women are overweight, and a good percentage of them are obese. This is a problem, and this is a crisis not only for Black women, but the Black men who say that they love them. But it's a crisis not because we should be so concerned about how sexually attractive she is, but it's a crisis because it involves the health of our Black counterpart.
Think of it yourself as a product. If you're overestimating your value, you're going to ask for too much.
How about we not go back to a time where Black women were products, when they were undervalued and sold on an auction block? Let's have healthy relationships where Black couples work out together, eat right together, and lift one another up, no matter who's on top. Kevin Samuels has an influential platform where he can actually do a lot of good. But as long as a 52-year-old Black man, one of our elders, uses his platform to put up an image of a dark-skinned Black woman against Beyonce and ask Black men to rate her because he wants to prove that she's not as beautiful as another Black woman, we simply don't get anywhere. We certainly don't get to the healthy Black families and Black relationships that Kevin claims he cares about. If you care about it, then let's keep loving one another. This is Frankie from Cupid in Love, and I'm very proud to have a Black partner on my side. I'll check y'all later.
Holiday, hey, stamp the passports, tell customs we ready. It's Cupid in Love. 1, 2. Too young for a bucket list, too hot for a night like this. Two hearts on a flight to adventure. Did I mention we can relax on the beach with the jets? Girl, it's time.